Royalties, welcome to yet another video. My name is Tanya Ntete. Thank you very much for coming in today. Thank you very much for stepping in into this platform. Here we do all things wellness. This is a platform where I bring my experiences to help other parents. They must not repeat the same mistakes that I've done in my life, in me being a parent, trying to raise my kids the best way I know how. So in many mistakes that I've done, I've decided to go to, as I made corrections and I saw those corrections helping me, I decided to come and start this work. I'm a professional social worker. I do this work just to impact families and to impact parents as they navigate their parenthood and as they do the work with their children. Thank you very much for stepping by. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Okay, today I have my notes in here, royalties. As I do this work, I make sure I write down some notes to make sure I get all my points together. So do not mind me as I keep on looking down here. I'm just reading from my notes. On this video today, royalties, I want us to speak about how to teach our children to have empathy and compassion. We know it is very much important as we live with other people. We know we must have compassion and empathy. We must learn to understand other people's feelings and emotions and to accommodate them. We must not neglect them or push them away, because we are social beings, and as social beings we best grow together with others as we love them, we accept them. Also, we need to accept their perspective of life and their emotions as well. So that is all bringing us to teaching our children empathy. So I've got a few points here. I'm gonna read them and then I'm gonna go back to them and deal with them individually. The first point says model empathy, show kids how to understand and share feelings. The second one says talk about feelings, discuss emotions and perspectives with your child or children. The third one says practice active listening, give kids your full attention and acknowledge their emotions. The fourth one says encourage kids to have courage and kindness. Teach kids to help others and show compassion. The fifth one says role play scenarios, practice different social situations and responses. The sixth one says read stories, use books to explore emotions and perspectives. And the last one says volunteer together, show kids the impact of helping others. So let's quickly go to the first one, royalties. Model empathy, show kids how to understand and share feelings. On this point, royalties, we are encouraged as parents to model empathy. If we have empathy, if we show empathy on our daily lives, our kids will learn from us. They will see how we have empathy for them and how we have empathy for other people. Then they will learn from us. This is how we are supposed to live with others. This is how I am supposed to respond. Maybe when my friends is sharing how they are feeling on a particular day, let's say your child is telling you how they feel. The way you respond to them, the way you show empathy and kindness to your child is the very same way that your child will learn and be the same person, that same person to other people or to other kids at school. So it is important our children need to know other people's feelings are important. They need to listen, pay attention as another child or someone else is sharing how they're feeling or what they're going through, and they must pay attention and respond with kindness, respond with empathy, making that the other child know okay, I understand how you see things, and I understand your point of view, and I can imagine how you feel. Showing that complete acceptance of another person's feelings and emotions. It is important royalties that we model it at home, so that our child or children will be able to take it out there at school and whenever they play with their friends. So the second one says talk about feelings, discuss emotions and perspectives with your child. Our children need to know the different types of emotions even before your child is able to express how they feel, you need to teach your child ukuthi my child, there are different types of emotions. Sometimes you'll feel excited, sometimes you'll feel sad, sometimes you'll feel frustrated, sometimes you will feel angry, and those are emotions that we have as human beings, as social beings. We feel these emotions, and whenever you feel these kinds of emotions, please feel free to come and talk to me. I'm your parent, I'm your mother, or I'm your father. I'm always here and available to listen to you. I take your emotions very serious, and it is important for me as your parent to know whenever you encounter a certain emotion. It is important for me as a parent to know Guti, how are you feeling on that day, because when we know how our children are feeling, royalties, it helps us to have a certain way in moving around our children on that particular day. Let's say your child has gone through something very sad, maybe they got into a competition and they didn't win. You know what, my child is not happy, he said or she said. You know how to move around with him, how to speak, how to you move with certain kind of caution around that, around your child during those days, because you are trying to help them ukuthi babuyele back to their sense of self, back to their confidence, and back to who they are, and you are helping them to heal from those bad emotions. So discussing feelings with our children is very much important, royalties. We need not to discuss them only when a child has done something that is wrong, or maybe they've done something because they were feeling in some kind of way. Then it is then you talk to the child about emotions. No, we need to stay prepared. We need to know with our children, bayas anytime is tea time, they can come and discuss their emotions with us as parents. And the other one says practice active listening. This means we give our kids full attention and acknowledge their emotions. We need to pay attention as they express their feelings, and we need to acknowledge their emotions and validate their emotions. Even if you feel good, maybe your child is not seeing things the way they're supposed to see things, have a better way of telling them. Don't say, wena, how can you feel like that? It does not make sense. You do not make sense to me. How would you feel like that? Most this child was not meaning this. No, have a decent way of giving feedback to your child concerning their emotions, because emotions royalties are very much important. And the next one says encourage kindness. Teach kids to help others and show compassion. We need to start encouraging kindness in our children at a very young age. They need to know when someone is not feeling okay, we need to be kind. Even if they are feeling okay, when they play around with their toys, they need to learn the skill of sharing. They need to share their toys with other children. They need to be able to play with other children peacefully. They need to know ukuthi the next person is important. And also this takes us back to us as children. How do we encourage kindness and sharing? Do we do this? Do we do it at our homes? Do we have good relationships with our children, or with other people in the home? This is where your child will learn ukuthi I need to be loving to the next person. I need to share. Children must know at a very young age ukuthi sharing is caring. They need to care for the next person. They need to be sharing, whether it's information or it's food or it's whatever the next person needs inside the home. Your child must be in a place where they know what sharing is caring. I need to share with the next person in my home. That will then be extended to the outside world, where a child will be able to share with other children at school. Maybe the other child in class does not have lunchbox. They will know what, okay, this is time for me to share and show kindness. They will share a lunch with the next child, or they will share pencil, whatever that the next person needs. But if we practice it well at home, then the child will be geared and be empowered with that skill, and the child will be ready to share with other children. Compassion and be kind at school. So the other one says role play scenarios. Practice different social situations and responses. This is very much important. You can role play at home. Ukuthi this is your friend and this is you. So this happens to your friend and they fall down, they cry because they are not happy. What are you going to do? this differs with also the age, where the level of where your child is concerning to their development. You will teach them based on their age. Because when your child is not happy, maybe they are crying or they've fallen down, what are you going to do as the friend? Then you teach them, okay, you go, you pick your friend up, you hug them, you tell them everything is going to be okay, you make them to feel better. If you've got maybe a sweet or something, you give it to them. This is sharing and this is kindness at the same time. So we need to teach these things to our children. It will go even to your teenage child or your young adult. It differs with their level of development, but it is very much important to role play in the home, so that you know what kind of a child your child is to other people outside of your home. So the last one says, read stories, use books to explore emotions and perspective. This is similar to role play. When you read a book, about a certain characters, maybe also depending on the age group your child is in. You read that book and there are these characters, and you show through reading the story how the other child was able to be kind to the other child based on the story, how this child, and then after reading the story and it reflects all those emotions, you ask your child, which character would you love to be? Would you love to be this mean and unkind child, or would you love to be this other one who was kind in the story, who showed love and compassion to the other character? This is how you see ukuthi your child ukuphi in terms of their emotions and their expression. So this is when you take over in teaching them to know this one is a good character because of 1, 2, and 3. This other one is not a good character because of how she or he treated the other child based on the story. Then you this is how you teach your child, through role play or through stories in the books. So the last one says, volunteer together. Show kids the impact of helping others. This is very much important, royalties. Let's say there's a disaster or something bad happened at your neighbor or in the street, and you feel you'd want to go and help. Talk to your child. Make your child aware I'm going there to help because this and this and this happened. They need help, they need support, they need people who will be with them, who will surround them, who will give them love, courage, hope, and whatever the case is. Let your child be aware of why are you going to help in that particular home or in that particular place. Sometimes if it's not something that does not if you can take your child, yeah, that's what I want to say. If you can take your child there, take your child, let your child have that experience. It can be a play at school, maybe it's a play day. You can take your child there on those days when parents and children are accepted to come. You can take your child and just volunteer, help around the school for that activity on that day. Let your child see you helping, then they will know what helping others is very much important, and that is showing kindness to other people. So this is the long and short of this video, royalties. Please share on the comment section, how do you teach empathy, love, and kindness to your children? This will also help other parents, because we are here to teach others. Thank you very much, royalties, for your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share the video, and don't forget to invite other parents to come and join in learning all that we are sharing on this platform concerning love, kindness, and empathy. Thank you very much, royalties. Till we meet again. Ciao, ciao.